Third day of the Eyeforpharma annual sales force efficiency conference is finished, and many hundreds of people have visited this event. Yeah, and traditionally, as always, we are together with Paul Sims, who is the chairman for this great event, and I will ask Paul to tell a few words to our CAS audience, and for sure I will put the major question about if there was any, any completely new or new ideas on sales force efficiency or revolutionary solutions, something like that. So please, Paul.
Well, you may have seen, if you were at the conference, one of the questions I asked to the audience was, will the major skill of the sales rep be selling? And the answer in the vast majority was no, not anymore. And I think, although we did not talk about what is the main skill of the sales rep, I think it's very clear that the sales rep is no longer just about, will you buy my medicines? It is far more about understanding the customer and making sure that the industry is receptive to the customer needs. All across the world, we have seen that patients have become more empowered with access to information. Even in some of the most remote locations, they can obtain more information far more easily than ever before. This, in my opinion, is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for pharmaceutical companies. They have people who want to talk to them. There's an opportunity to provide information, maybe not directly to the patient necessarily at the beginning, but certainly via the healthcare professional and the doctor. And the sales reps, of course, being the face-to-face people, can help support the physician in communicating with the many patients, something which they struggle to do. So the pharmaceutical industry needs to remember what are its core assets. It has insights, it has scientific discoveries and understanding, and it has many other resources. Let's just think about how we can all improve healthcare together and deploy those resources in the smartest way possible. That's what our customers want. That's what our sales reps need to deliver. Maybe they shouldn't be called sales reps anymore, but that's what they are called now. Let's just talk about the behavior they need to exhibit, and of course become more entrepreneurial in the processes that they use to do that.
Thanks. Great. And I might say that it seems to me that this time it was much more about, the accent was much more about patient, when on the medical representative, and so it seems to me that medical representatives now are considered as something additional, maybe, but much more is much more in the favor of life science companies now emphasized directly on the patient. So,
well, here in Western Europe, we have seen a shift, I suppose, in the resources. There seems to be slightly less resources on the sales side and slightly more resources on the marketing side. And of course, the marketing side, the mantra for a few years now has been multi-channel marketing. And one of the channels is the sales rep. So I suppose a lot of the power and the control has moved from the salesperson to the marketing person. Of course, that encompasses all of the digital possibilities as well. So I think that in answer to your question, there's a real emphasis change. It doesn't mean that the objective is very much different, but it certainly means the way in which we approach people has changed a lot. So my advice would be to leapfrog. Like, there are a lot of people in Western Europe who have used new digital technology just to make their voice louder, sell louder. And exactly. That's not the point. The technology allows you to have a communication, a dialogue, a one-to-many dialogue, which is really the true exploitation of what we can do nowadays.
Great. And maybe then a last question about fresh trends. Fresh trends in the SFE area. Something very, European one. Something very, very fresh.
Well, we have seen lots of different structures with key account management and new ways to kind of shake up the sales model. I think that there are some companies, maybe they were forced to because they had bad public situations, where they've actually had to completely change the way they incentivize their sales force. It's no longer based on the traditional way. So I'm not sure if I would call it a trend yet, because I think people are still experimenting and trying to understand which way to go. But there is absolutely a focus on where can or how can we get our salespeople to exhibit the right kind of behaviors that are still going to provide us with a commercial success at the end of the day, but in the meantime, in the short term, are actually providing the kind of image and relationship that we need with the physicians going forward. And then you also mentioned the patient centricity thing. Obviously, this is an absolutely vital topic. We ultimately serve patients, and we heard many companies, CEOs of companies saying today, I commit myself to my customer is the patient. And we heard that from maybe 5 or 6 large companies today. So there is obviously that commitment, but at the same time, patient centricity is not the final destination either. Actually, there are many other people. We know that the payer, for example, one of the CEOs spoke very strongly about the payer and how the payer is not yet considering the patient outcome as the most important thing. And she actually said, we need to change this. We need to work as an industry to change this. So this is an evolution which I hope to see in the future, where the actual genuine lifetime change of the patient is actually considered as the most important factor in how we prescribe medicine. The most important medicine is the one that the patient takes, was the conclusion.
Great, thank you very much.
No problem.
And thank you for all these bright ideas, for all these great people which we have.
Very, very happy to
meet.
help you. I think you're doing a fantastic job, and you deserve to have a very popular event and to make a real influence on the industry. So
Thank you very much.
No
So
problem.
I'm looking forward to meet you next year, same time, same
Same time,
same
same place. You are
yeah.
always welcome here, so no problem.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.